Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of a risk in the future trading, and all our videos are for educational purpose only. And if you want to follow any of our signals, you're very welcome, as long as you are following us on the sim. We will be covering some of the signals today. I stayed on the today, the last day on those contracts. Tomorrow we will be starting the new contracts, but today I'm staying on the old contracts. Um, for the ones that are new with us, this is three different automated trade: ATM strategy, and full automated trade. The market analyzer, you have an entry target, and as an example, we have a signal entry from the ES 2793, target 2787.75, target hit. We nailed on the last entry signal. We nailed 29 ticks. On the last entry signal on the YM 25823, target 25768, target hit. We nailed 74 ticks, $380. All those here on the market analyzer, they are based on one contract only, and it is based on 1 minute. It's based on 1 minute, folks. The same story goes for the forex. We have 74 uh, pips, and you can see the PNL and you can see the target. You can use the signals for futures, stocks, and forex. And we will be covering some of the automated trade. We have some of the automated trade right now as a swing trading. If we look at as an example, the ES based on 1 minute, we are on that trade. If we are looking for, we will be covering a lot of auto trades, uh, uh, scalping, swing trading, and we will be covering a lot with those. So, as an example, on the swing trading, at the moment we have one trade. It's 475. We have swing trading. If we want to talk about CL, earlier today we have one run on the CL, and we nailed it. We all of them daily target is 500. Then if the market go into your direction, it's going to stay on that direction. As an example, we have ES swing trading, and at the moment we are on $750 on the swing trading for the CL. So we will be covering those, but right now we want to see, and this is the new auto trade on the 4 range, the T7. Right now we are in that trade, and the target is 50 ticks. So this is a YM, and we will be covering a lot of those as well. Let's see what happened today. Cover what happened on the earlier today. We had a new entry, and we hit the target, and now we are about to hit a new signal. We have, if you are you want it, so I will help you with this. If you need to enter the market, you need honest sim. We're not responsible for your trade, but I will be calling some of those trades for you. You need to put limited order on a sim, limited order at 9150, 9150 limited order on the ES. On the NASDAQ, you need to put a limited order 53 buy order, and 9150 on the ES limited order 9150 buy order, on ES, and the YM, we don't have a signal right now, folks. The YM do not have a signal at the moment. Try to put a limited order at 91.50. The market is changing direction. Okay, we're about to take off with the NASDAQ, and the ES is coming to your direction as well. We are about to have a new signal on the YM, please. We're about to have a new signal on the YM. You have a very clean, there we go, lift off. Everybody is happy. That's very fine. Try to break even +1, please. Try to break even +1. There we go. And we're about to have a new entry. Everybody should have around $300 on the ES and around $500 on the NASDAQ. And we're about to have a new entry on the YM, please. We are coming to critical area here at 64.25 with the NASDAQ. Break even or close position, please. We have a resistance on the ES at 94.50. We have a resistance at 94.50. Once we get there, if we can break the 94.50, we are going to the 99 level. So this is your lucky day. So it's up to you what you want to do with it. We have a buy entry on the YM. You need to put your buy entry on the YM at 840. Buy entry, limited order, buy entry at 840 YM, 840 YM. Right now we are pulling back to the support line at 91.25. I'm not worried about it, not unless if there is some news gonna spook the market. But from the technical view, this is a support line. Even if you are not in that trade, you can re-enter the market from those levels. There is no problem with that. We have a little resistance at 64.50 on the Nasdaq, and we will see how the market going to fall. If you are not entered the YM yet, you can put a limited buy order at 25,840, please. 825,840. So this is where you need to start taking this trade. However, for the ones who took this Nasdaq, you should be around $300-400 in that trade. If you want to consider close position, please do close position. And also break even on the ES and wait. We have the DAX on the swing automated trade has already nailed a pretty good size, 1800. It was almost 1600 seconds ago. A little pullback, and we will see what happened. A lot of volatility because now today the volume is a split between the new contracts and the old contracts. So the volume is split in half, which always, when any contract is split in half, those days are extremely hard because you have half of the traders trade in the old contracts, and some of the traders, they are already, even if the expiration today or tomorrow, they still prefer to move to the new contract. As an example, here we are using the 0319, and there is already split where a lot of traders right now, they are using the ES619. So this is going to cause a lot of volatility, and it's going to cause a lot of pullback re-entry on that, because the volume is split in half actually. So this is one of those days. Sometimes you got to be careful how you wanted to trade, or you need to look where is the higher volume on the new contract or the old contract, and stick with it until tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So right now we have come in right to the support line, and we're not expecting nothing but going up at the moment. There is no short. However, for the ones who has not entered the market, they still have the option to put a limited order at 91.50, limited order buy, limited order at 91.50, and wait a little bit. For the Nasdaq, we are there is nothing we can do right now on the Nasdaq, and we will wait on the YM. The YM is still on that entry at the moment, 25,843 as a limited order, So we will see what will happen on those. The Nasdaq is refusing. Is coming to the support line, the Nasdaq, and most likely it will be projecting from the 45 level, not unless if the sellers able to break those areas. So let's wait and see. Uh, it's going to be pretty hard to break the 45 level. So how to deal with that? You can go back and put a limited order on the Nasdaq at 52.75, please. 52.75 on the Nasdaq, buy limited order. And let's look at this Nasdaq if it's going to hold on those area here. If it broke that area with the Nasdaq, then absolutely we're gonna have a re-entry at 39.50. So let's wait and see if this market look like the market is changing direction, but has not been confirmed. So we're still thinking about pullback re-entry, pullback re-entry. So let's wait. You see, we are flirting with that area here, so you gotta be careful. We have a projection at 27.87.25. I doubt it right now. They are going to break those areas. Also, the YM, there is a tremendous support in the YM. So from the technical, this is really major support areas in here. But we are not gonna. I'm not gonna tell you to re-enter the market from that area. As you see here, this projection on the YM come in exactly to this number, 27.87.25. So to play it safe, go ahead and put a limited order on a sim, please, 91.50. Put a limited order at 152.75 on the Nasdaq. Limited order buy, all of them buy. There is no short, folks. At the moment, there is no short. There is only pullback re-entry, and it is the YM 5839 limited order buy, limited order, all of them limited order buy. So those are the numbers. 58.39 limited order, buy order on the YM, a buy order at 52.75 NASDAQ, and a buy order at 91.50 ES. Why we are calling those? The reason is that there is a tremendous resistance. The support become resistant. We don't know if this market able to go back to those area after it fell, and we were going in the right direction. So we need to see confirm that ES able and the trend is going up before we initiate any trade, because this is a lot of uh, there is a lot of hullabaloo in this trade right now in this market, and it is really confusion for the traders if they don't know what they are doing, because there is a lot of monkey business right now in this market, especially when this market is a split between two, the new contracts and the old contracts. So you got to be extremely careful to see where are those levels in the market. If you are thinking about the CL, sure, sir, I will cover the CL for you. The CL, right now, if you wanted to take the CL, of course, we have the sell entry at 56.58. But the problem is we have a projection at 56.76 plus the true average price. This is extremely sensitive number. This is your key for 56.74 on the CL. So if I wanted to take a trade right now, I wanted to play it safe. I will put it at 56.73, 56.73. I don't want to mess with this projection. I don't want to mess with the support line, and this is exactly what's going on. We have the signal entry at 56.85. There is nothing wrong with it. But the problem is we have a major support line followed by a projection, followed by the true average price. Those true average price, 8 out of 10, the market project from those numbers, because this is above this number is long, below those numbers is short. So if I wanted to put a short trade, I will do it at 56.72, so to be safe, and then to risk it from here. So uh, if you wanted to take a short trade, you can wait on the pullback re-entry. But for a safe entry, try to put a limited order sell at 56.72 on a sim, please. We're not responsible for your trade. But please, it is our videos are based for education purposes only, and we're not responsible for your trade. We're not charging you for our follow our signal. So please uh, do your homework. At the moment, we're still on that trade on the DAX. On the CL and the NASDAQ, we already hit the target. On the other auto trades, the CL already hit the target, and the NASDAQ already hit the target. So we are done with the swing trading, and 845, beautiful entry on the way down and a beautiful entry on the way up. And we stayed away from all this mess right now in the market. So this is really nice. And we will be covering some of it as we go. Right now, my eye is to make sure this ES, NASDAQ, YM is going to stay on the pullback re-entry, or if we are, the whole momentum in the market is going to change and we are going to the short position. At the moment, I don't see anything except pullback re-entry. Wait on the short trade, please, till we have verified everything in the market. It seems like this market changing direction. We do not have a short trade at the moment. Please be careful. Those trailing stop, it is a minor floor and fibs, and the second trailing stop is a major floor and fibs. So uh, it's not over yet. This is a really critical area between a short and a long. So you need to keep your hands off, please, your hands off the trades until we find a direction to the market. Don't try to figure out the market right now. It is in the critical area between a long and a short, and you should not be touching it. We need to confirm the short trade. We have problems on the support line, and it is most likely this market is just a pullback. We have a lot of traders. They re-entered the market from the trailing stop one and trailing stop two. We have a lot of traders do that. I don't want you to take those high risk. We want to see if this market gonna be able to verify the shorts before we take the shorts, or is it a pullback? Uh, we will uh, we will keep our eye closed on those. For the guys are following the CL. This is my problem with the CL at the moment. As you see, we have 56.74, and it is. Absolutely. I didn't have time to look at it, but sure, I will show you the 15 minutes. Especially for you because you trade Forex. So this is very important for you. If we just let me cross the CL for those guys, and then I'll show you the 15 minutes. You see, this is where is my problem with the CL when I told you guys, you got to be careful with the 56.74. As you see here, this market, the CL is flirting with this 56.74. This is a key. And let's see if we are able to have this bar close below the 74. As I remember, I called it for 72 short limited order, 72 short order. And as you see, exactly where this market stopped. And there we go. We have a trend. So you are into the money like what we called on the ES and the Nasdaq. Also, it is today the market a bit choppy for each one of you. Try to break even a plus one tick as soon as possible with this market because right now we are coming to the problem here at 56.59, folks. 56.59. This is your problem. If we are breaking the 56.59, we are going directly to the 56.51. 56.51, it is your magic target, and you call it off. So this is where exactly this market standing at, and the next target is you have a support line at 56.59, and we need to be careful with those one here. For this gentleman asking about the ES 15 minutes, sure you got it. We had a sell order on the ES, and like the 1 minute, we had a sell order at 27.91.25, and it was the target 27.85.50, and the target already hit once, twice, three times. If you are using the 15 minutes, of course. But what we are doing in the room, we don't want it to have a wider range. We are using very tight 1 minute. But if you're looking at a bigger picture, as this one here, the ES hit, we had the sell signal at 91.25 all the way to the 27.85. This is a lot of bread for the trading. However, this is the bigger picture. This is an institutional. Most of the institutionals they are using 50 the 15 minutes and the 3 minutes. Actually, I'm sorry. This is the 3 minutes. I apologize. And this is the 15 minutes. And this one, it turned out we had a buy signal, and we come into the trailing stop one, and we are about look like we are about to hit the. We had a buy entry at 76.50, exit at the symmetry 94.50, and then we had a reversal at 27.99, on the 15 minutes chart. This is really huge. So let's see what will happen here on those. I'm not going to miss the new signal. It looked like we're about to have a new signal. I'll keep my eye on it and see if we are able to have a new signal. This one here, the scalper market order, and we have one losing trade when we started. We started around a little bit before 950. The first trade was taken at 946. We had one losing trade, and then we nailed one trade and two trade, and a close at 725. Those are the B scalper. They are amazing with the when the market is a chop. The B scalper can really do amazing job. So um, a lot of chops. So as you see, we don't have a short trade on the ES Nasdaq. It was a pullback, and that it is right now. We have a problem with the ES because the ES, those double support line become a double resistant, as you see right on the tape. And now the ES got stuck between the 18950 and the 787. So this is where most of the traders get lost. This is where most of the traders start losing money, whether you are auto trading or you are manual. This is where the market got stuck in that channel, and where the probability become a lot less which direction is going. That's why you have to understand that sometimes uh, uh, in those situations you cannot do anything with the market, whether you are auto trading or you are manual. This is situation where you need to stay away until we find a breakout. What is the breakout right now? Either this market gonna break those level, and then we're gonna go ahead and enter limited order at 9150, or if we are going to have a new signal. And sadly, 97% of the traders has no clue. 97% of the traders, they lose their accounts on those tricks here. And you have to understand the reality when the market is going to chop, or when the market is going between channels, support and resistance, and there is nothing you can do for this market to bring you money when this market, not unless if you are a very fast scalper or you have a scalping system, then you can take a few ticks here and there, like our B scalper or something. But uh, if you wanted to take as an example, um, this is a huge mess right now, but the scalper can really start nailing those trades, the small trades. That's what I call a scalping. But if this market is a trending, this is where you can use the swing trading. So it depends what you want to do in this market. And I mean, in 2019, it's not gonna be one system, and one system is going to be taking the whole market. You cannot do that anymore. Not in 2019. One auto trade is going to cover everything for you. So you have to have, that's why you have in your package scalping uh, A and B and C for overnight, for day trading. You need to have a swing trading. You have to have a signal entry. I mean, if you have to take this business serious with the trading. It's no longer just honeymoon, and you purchase an auto trade, and there we go. This is exactly what we were scared of, and it seems like now the CL is about to. This is exactly what we have predicted on the CL, and now we are waiting. If the CL gonna break that area, if you are still on that trade, there is a good potential we're gonna go over the target, and probably we will see if we can go to the 56.46. So whoever on that trade right now, you hit the target. If you are happy for what you got, close it, and let's see if we have a potential. The chart always give you recalculate and give you new target. The chart always recalculate and it give you new target when the trend is working, but the market analyzer stay on one entry on the beginning of the entry. But on the chart, we have it modified that the chart can recalculate for you constantly and it give you a new target. As an example, right now, because this market is trended, we got a new target at 56.39. So uh, this is really uh, very nice. And then you can calculate if you want to take out from the older target or the new target has been recalculated. So on the automated trade, on the fully automated trade, it's not going to recalculate. It's going to enter the market at the signal and is going to exit on the first target this has hit. So this is a very nice call on the CL. As you see, look at this, folks. Uh, Whether you are a forex trader or a future trader, if you do not look at this, if you do not recognize when the market limited order at 52.75, limited buy order at 52.75 with the Nasdaq. And if you want to play a little bit of smart, wait till the ES break those two lines, because this is now the fourth time the ES is trying to break those resistance line. It's right to the tick, folks, right to the ticks. There is no play with that. Very soon you will find out, or you will learn that you have to respect those areas. As you see right now, the ES is struggling to cross those double resistance, and this is what caused the Nasdaq not to go over the resistance line at 53. The minute this ES start crossing those areas, this Nasdaq is gonna fly to the 781.75. So you can see the reaction. Even the Nasdaq has been away from the ES and a YM direction. It doesn't go all the time, but this is still when the ES come into critical area, then the Nasdaq is going to stay on hold until this. There we go. This is a limited order, 53.50 or 53.75, limited order. It is a high risk because we need to see the ES crossing those two lines. And if there we go, this is it. This is it. Uh, it seems like the ES is about to cross. If you wanted to take a trade on the ES, it's going to be limited order at 91.25. 91.25 is a limited order. And now the Nasdaq, look, because this ES has crossed this double line, is immediately start taking off. Is immediately start taking off. Let me show you the CL where we have expected came into the 56.48, fired two reversal. Those reversal, they're not repaint reversal. Those are do not move. again, those are not reaping on the CL. Whoever took that trade on the CL nailed it at 56.48. We have the new target at 56.42. That's very fine. Now the CL is crawling to the 56.74, and probably most likely it will be projected and is going to go back retesting the 56.42. It is very hard to cover four instruments live to the public, and it is extremely hard to keep my eye on everything. And plus, I a lot of requests on a lot of things. I apologize if I cannot keep up with everything, but believe me, folks, it's extremely hard to follow four different instruments live and trying to cover and explain everything in this market. So you got to be patient with me if I start on the CL. Excuse me. On the CL, the probability projection at 56.74. We came into the support line at 56.48, and most likely we will be testing the 56.42 level on the CL if you are in that trade. So this is the CL, and we will be looking at the ES and the NASDAQ. Is a bit slow, but is crawling up, and there is nothing we can do except wait. The only thing right now, the YM, if you wanted to take a YM trade, we still on that same entry is 58.36 limited order buy entry at 56. I'm sorry, 58.36 for YM limited buy order. Limited buy order. As you see here, it's loud and clear on the ES. Thank you. Thank you. One of my members, because I had this a new contracts, and then I decided to cover today the older contracts. And thank you. It was on 3 minutes. That's why I didn't see any trades on the YM. And thank you very much for mentioning that to me, sir. You know, again, it is very. I apologize when I make mistakes. It is very stressful, and covering all those. But thank you for mentioning that for me. All right. Okay, guys, we still have uh, the you need to put a buy order at 91.25, 91.25 limited order. The CL trade, we are stuck on that level. Those are your zone, 56.59. And the second step is 56.48. The third step is 56.42. It's loud and clear. Here's your next step, and here's your third step. So whoever nailed it to where we called it at 56.48 and out, don't do anything. There is a re-entry point at 56.73 or 56.73. This is a sell re-entry on the CL. This is a sell re-entry on the CL at 56.73 if you are not in that trade. Try to follow on a sim, please. And for the NASDAQ, we still on the same call, but we called it at 53.25. And what we are doing now, the NASDAQ is waiting actually to see is Mr. ES here able to start going above the 91.25. So this is a very good trade. If we see this ES coming at 91.25, this NASDAQ is going to fly immediately to the 81.75. So now we are waiting on Mr. ES to see if he's able to climb to the 91.25. On the forex, we have 129 pips, and uh, I'm only interested in the U.S. dollar. This is the only one I'm interested in. I don't deal with the others. I don't know, but we have 129 pips based on 1 minute. So that's all what we have right now. as you see, the CL is struggling with that support. Those are your zone, and is struggling with those 56, 59. And if we break that area, you can see how many times came in. So this is the key at 56, 59 is the key on the CL. And I don't want to complicate the trade, but this is, I'm trying to keep it simple. And as you see, the 56, 59, it is really a struggling number. So if you are taking it short, you got to be careful in those areas. Once we break the 56, 59, final destination confirmed at 56.42, 56.42. If you are still on that trade, 56.42. So be careful with that. We have a projection start coming out at 56.54. You see, we are always trying to predict an earlier time on uh, the market where it is the probability is going to break. So it's always you have to be ahead, predicting, not following, predicting, not following future market. Actually, the forex today that we're doing extremely well. This is based on 1 minute. Beautiful. We had much more, and now we start losing momentum on the Japanese. That's okay, and the British pound that we uh, and earlier they have hit the target, so they did very well. So right now the entry on the pullback re-entry on the CL is right there, folks. It's 56.72. Again, one more time, we called the trade on 56.72. When the market went down, we called the trade at 56.72, and right now it is a re-entry at 56.72. So let's see how it's going to. Um, and as you see here, the target is 56.42. We missed the target by a couple ticks, so it's not much. Seems like we're about to break that area here, the 56.59. We go one step at a time when you are trading or swing trading. You will see how things going. And now we have a projection at 56.54, support at 56.48, target at 56. What is this on the way? On the way, when you are in a trade, we are predicting where this market is going to project, and that it is whether you are auto trading or you are manual trading. It is telling us where the probability is going this market to project, so you can maximize and evaluate if you wanted to um, close your position on that level or on that level, on a higher risk or on a lower risk. So we don't have to deal with every single bumper, but it is a good information if you are in that trade to stay on that trade and knowing what is your target, what is your projection, what is the support, what is the problem on the way down, or vice versa on the way up. As we see right now, the CL is coming again, trying to hit those targets. We have a support line at 56.42. That is the end of it, folks. That is the end of that trend on the 56.42. Now they can play one or two um, bars here and there. This is noises, but you can maximize this trade. We called nailed 400, and it is over. So right now, what we are going to practice on the CL, it is noises. It's nothing for us technically. We are done with that trade, and now we are coming with an extreme area at 56.34. You have maximized your profit to 400 and leave this $30, $40 away. Don't get greedy. This one here is a close position, and it is over with this CL. Now what you are going to experience is nothing. If we look at the wig on this one here, is a 56.36. As you see, that CL right now, um, it is running out of steam, and this is how you can maximize your profit, because when you have a good trade, we need to maximize the profit to cover any bad trades for that day. Every trader will experience a good trades and a bad trades, but when we have a good trade, we need to maximize our profit. And this call here nailed $400, and that is very good based on one contract. This is extremely good, and don't mess with those takes. 56.36, it is the best you can get out of it. Is one tick above the target. Try to keep it above one tick above the line, your zone, or try to. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this baby. It's down to the tick. You are in control with this market. The market is not in control with you. So accuracy is number one in the trading. And as you see, that's why I put the needle right at the way to see how this market, you can maximize it. Always when you have a fib line, try to put it like one tick above or one tick below. If you are on a short trade like this one here, you put, there we go, close position at 400 something. This is a very nice trade. And believe me or not, all this noises right now, what we are seeing, we're going to see chop, because this market here maybe is going to go one bar farther or two bar further than this, what we are looking at, but it's no longer is our problem anymore, you know. So this is a very nice trade, and it is done a lot of volatility because a lot of traders has a split between the old contract and the new contract, and nothing can be done. I'm not going to go through all the charts on the swing trading, but as you see right now, we have the DAX on the swing trading 1,700. We have 600 on the ESCL, another ES 225, ES 175. Some of them just took the trade on the scalping, and some of them took that trade on the swing trading. Let's look at my main concern is the DAX. On the 600 ticks, the DAX is still climbing, and we are about to hit 2,000 euro on that trade, and this is really, really, really good. Where is my CL chart? As you see right now on the CL, there is nothing left. There is nothing left but noises, and nothing left but volatility. So I think if you nail those earlier trades, you're done for today. And I strongly advise you not to deal with volatility for the rest of the day. Try to protect your profit and call it off. We will stay a few more minutes to see what will happen to the CL. We are done with the CL trade, and now we want to see for the Nasdaq, the ones they stayed on that Nasdaq. Let me show you where you are. You are 45 ticks on that trade, and we will be the first bumper you will have at 71.75. We are coming to critical area between those two yellow lines. You're no longer valid to take. There is a lot of buyers coming in. On the ES is still 91.25 as a limited buy entry. There is nothing on the YM, and right now we are really struggling on the ES to cross the 91.25. Whoever followed us on this Nasdaq, we called the trade at 52.75, somewhere there, and now you should be around 45 ticks into the profit. Before we log off, I wanted to say for the ones are still on that trade on the Nasdaq, be careful. Once we enter this yellow area, is no longer. If you are on that trend, it's very fine. but it's no longer valid to enter the market once we cross those two yellow lines. Once the market goes above the 64.75, you should not take any more long trade. Whoever has been on trade right now on the Nasdaq, the last call we did, you can close position or you can break it to +1. There is a good potential for that Nasdaq to go to the 71.81. And thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure serving you. But you made money on the first call, even when the market pulled back. You made money on the ES, Nasdaq, and a very good trade on the CL. And right now, if you are not in that trade on the Nasdaq, you have a very good potential to re-enter the market at 53 level. Let me show you something, folks. Accuracy. How we nailed the 400. We maximize our profit on the CL. We battle on one tick to close position on one contract, 400. And as you see, the CL is done. So we have maximized that trade. And this is a really nightmare for a trader when he's taking a long trade and short trade, don't know his destination, don't know his limitation, don't know where this market is going. Folks, you're not going to be make it in the future if you are shooting in the blind. If you are shooting in the blind, you're not going to make it. And don't think because you have an auto trade, you got yourself covered. Because an auto trade, it's not going to recognize all those levels. In auto trade, if this market break those levels, it's going to make you money. And if this market got projected, how would you cannot feed the auto trade that much information. We have right now in auto trade, we are working on a lot of logic behind it to avoid the chop market. But the chop market is a chop market. We have to recognize it, and if you don't and recognize it, you are on a nightmare trade. So that's why I strongly advise you, folks, before you start jumping on an auto trade or a manual trade or anything, try to cover your corners. Try to understand if we are taking a trade on a forex or a futures or a stock, whatever takes you. Try to see where is this destination, where is your level, where is your numbers, where is your magic numbers. Because if you don't do that, 97% of the traders gonna fail. You cannot follow indicators. You have to understand where are the keys and when it is short and when it is long. You do not just say, I don't know if it's long or short. When we get a message on the Skype, Sam, what do you think about the ES? Is it short or long? I don't respond because if you cannot read it, short or long, you should not be trading. That's why we in 2019 is going to be filter a lot of traders. It's going to filter a lot of traders. I know this is not what traders like to hear. They like to hear the opposite. But I will say it as is, folks. No matter what system you buy, whether it's from us or somebody else, I don't care what auto trade you are using, whether it's from us or somebody else. If you don't have the proper tools and if you don't have different gears to work with, and if you think because you have one auto trade, you're gonna wave the market with it with a $3,000-4,000, you must be a big dreamer. Because this 2019, there is no longer able to take one auto trade and take all action in the market. As today, we have the swing trader running, but today the scalpers are the ones are making more money, not the swing trading. And because of the split in the volume, we recognize what is the problem. So don't get frustrated over a platform, Ninja Trader or a broker or an auto trade or an indicator. If you are not doing your homework this year in 2019, a lot of traders are going to lose their accounts. And I know you don't like to hear that, but that's why we came out for free here on the YouTube. And despite all the competitors and creditors, we came out on a YouTube to show you how dangerous it is when you are trading the future and you don't know what you're doing. the probability you are going to lose your account. And the frustration is when somebody trying to go live and is not qualified to go live. We have some new traders. I strictly will not support those traders to go live. If they need to go live, they ask me to come in and show them how to turn on their live account. And if I find them they're not ready, I do not give that support. Let them call Ninja Trader Platform and give them that support, because I don't want to be part of it anymore, and I don't want it to just please a customer and show him how he turned the live account when I see he's not ready. So, guys, before you start running and putting money, whether here or somewhere else, don't think yourself. Try to do your homework. Um, and this is a really an advantage on Ninja Trader to be on sim as long as needed before you become a soldier ready with the proper gears. You cannot be a soldier, go into a war and put in your account against somebody else's account and whack your account because he's smarter than you or he's using better proper tools. There is no mercy in here, and the mistake you have to pay right there. And they don't know this is Tom or Mike, your account number. That's it. You don't exist. So I know this is not the music you want to hear, but it is our job to tell you trading is not a picnic. A trader, there is a risk. And if you don't do your homework in 2019, you're going to be whacked. And don't blame it on Ninja Trader platform. Don't blame it on somebody else. Blame yourself by agreeing going live, and you're not ready to go live. And this is a really sad story. If that's what um, maybe you don't hear it from too many people, but somebody has to talk about it. And we're coming live every day to show you how. I mean, for me to spend 1 hour, 2 hours live and not even getting paid for it, where I can do much more than that. But it is about time for somebody to come out live and tell you as is how it is in the market, without any frustration, without any personal feeling. This is how it is in the trading. And anyone can say different, then good luck with that and follow him. You need to follow him. Then, because what I'm saying right now, I'm 60 years old. When I left the airlines in Miami and went to Switzerland, when those older guys tried to give me an advice, I said, "Oh man, I'm much smarter than them. I'm much more educated." And then I had to fly 5 years later back to Switzerland. And I said, I brought those guys, put them on a table, and I said, "Tell me everything you have said 5 years ago," because I would not listen. So whether you want to listen or not, sooner or later you gotta go back to those videos trying to learn what is trading all about. And I guarantee you that. I promise you that. As you see here on the CL, this is the only re-entry on the CL at the moment is 56.58, and there is no other way. 56.58, 56.57. This is the only re-entry short on well, on the CL. There is nothing else you can do. 56.57 or 56.58. This is where you need to re-enter the market because it's not short. Here is the problem, folks. Let me expand a little bit, a few more minutes here. When you are using an indicator, let me simplify that for you. When you are using a momentum, MACDs, all those nonsense indicators, black box indicators, they are following the market, folks. Again, they are following the market. When the market hit the bottom right there, your your uh, your MACD and your ATR and all those, they still pointing direction to the downside. You know, as you see here, we have this right there, this is where the market starts switching, and then we have put the target and the projection, and it came in right in there. So when your indicators are pointing down, we have recognized it was over, and we have done the maximized profit on it. When the market turn around, now your ATR, your momentum, all those junks, all those, because when we come into people's charts and trying to do the installation, they have 30, 40 indicators pointing the same direction. Yes, by this time here, when the market has projected and reversing, now your MACDs and your ATRs and everything you have is pointing long, where there is no long. Especially if you are a Renko trader, there is no long, it's a pullback re-entry. So this is what it is. The scary part, folks, look, is a long way home from long. You know, that's why the 1 minute revealed the true trend, first of all. All those whatnots I don't understand. All those whatnots about chart line break. Try to trade line break manually. Let me see how good you are with the line break, because it doesn't make sense, the line breaks. Ranker bars are superb for reversal, but they're not superb for trading with the trend. It is very loud and clear. It's not maybe the prettiest chart. It's not maybe the cleanest chart, the 1 minute, but the 1 minute, it brings you the reality on the trend. You cannot dismiss that. You cannot ignore that. You can be frustrated from now till the end, and you keep purchasing all kind of software, and it's not going to help you purchasing. If you're not going to be recognizing how this market running, how this market has to be respected, how this market, you have to understand, not this bar movement, whatever has happened from the second bar all the way to the back. I'm not interested in that. I don't want anyone confuse me about it. This has happened, is in the history. But right now, the most important for me, I don't need the light bulb to know what happened. Everyone can know what happened in this market. And it's easy to explain what happened in the market. But my problem is that bar, the first bar on the right-hand side. Where is going? Where is going to project? Where is my limitation if I'm going to be taking a short trade here? If I will be taking a short trade here, I know my limitation is going to be just a few ticks away. So this is not tradable area to trade short. And hell is not long. So folks, it is a free education. It is a free for you to start putting some sense in this business. And now you have to understand what the others are thinking, what your enemies are thinking when they are trying to whack your account and trying to outrun you with the trade, because you are missing the concept here. You are missing what to look for. When the other one putting his account on the table, he knows exactly what he's looking for, and he's laughing. He's laughing because it is trick. You need to dismiss the noises and keep your mind and be in control with this market, not follow the market, even if you miss a trend. Big deal. So this is the principle, folks, and I will be working on that on and on until everyone get the idea when it is a chop, when it is you need to dismiss that trade and stay away from that trade. This is the most important things. As an example right now, I want to talk about the CL. Trust me and try that on a sim. This market is about to climb to the 56, 57 right there. When everybody right now is trying to go long, when every trader is using indicators trying to go long, we are going short. We are going short because there is no long in here. there is a resistance followed by this trailing stop. I know it's a floor in Fibs, and then our moving average is right there. All the problems are on 56, 59. And there you go. Look at this. I promise to cover the reversals because we're not calling reversals at the moment, and I don't want to confuse the traders. I wanted to concentrate on try to let those traders understand when it is volatility and when it's not. And maybe in another week or so, we will be covering the reversal, and we will be showing you that you do not even take a trade and call it off at the target. The target, you can use it in both of directions. Once we hit the target, we can reverse this market, especially when this market is reversible. Once this market hit the target, that means we are about to reverse this market. Even if this market here, it was shine away, a couple ticks away from the target, we can understand when this market, it is reversible, and now it is a time for this market to take a long trade. Folks, that's all what we have for you today. I want to say God bless you, everyone, and please be careful with your trade, and we will see you. We will try our best tomorrow to go live when we have time. Bye for now.